through that, you can get through anything, okay? And at that moment, I knew my life had changed forever. Hello, how you doing? Yes. Can we all just stand up really quick because we've been sitting for a minute? Can we all stand up, move our legs around? I am Tina. Otherwise...
Meet Tina, stars Tina Wilson, a beacon of hope and transformation for women over 40. As a licensed life and health coach, Tina specializes in empowering those who have faced life's toughest challenges.
Here's the edge of their seat. So when someone says, Tina, how did you do? I'm going to say, I had it at the edge of their seat.
Drawing from her personal triumphs over tragedy, Tina guides women on a transformative journey. Her unique approach is grounded in the 5 pillars of transformation: mindset, heart set, nutrition, fitness, and resilience. Tina's mind, body, and soul awakening program isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. Through her online fitness boutique studio, she merges physical well-being with emotional growth. As an international motivational speaker, Tina's voice resonates across continents. She inspires and educates through her podcast, her dynamic presence on platforms like Clubhouse and Toastmasters International, and her compelling storytelling. Celebrating her latest achievement, the publication of her first book, No More Traumedy, Tina continues to leave a lasting mark in the art of transformation.
I said I need to make a book for anyone who's had some type of trauma or tragedy, because there's no playlist. People don't like to talk about it. Remember, I was with my coach and I'm like, well, this person's got a cool thing. They do motivation, they do finances. I talk about traumedy. That's not cute. He's like, Tina, you make traumedies look good.
Yeah. Stars Tina Wilson, transforming lives by overcoming one traumedy at a time.
Hey, and welcome to week 4. I think it's week 4. If it isn't, it doesn't matter. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Doesn't matter the week. This is Traumedy No More for Kids. This is a workshop. It is an 8-week series. It is something that is leading up to the launch of my next book, Traumedy No More. I repeat, Traumedy No More for Kids. If this is your first time, I am Stars Tina, your life and health coach, that person that's going to take you from good to great to amazing. Not only am I a life and health coach, I'm also a trauma-informed coach. What does that mean exactly? That means my zone of genius is all about trauma and tragedy. And when you put those two things together, my friends, you come up with a traumedy. That is what a traumedy is. And everyone goes through these things. The energies are just, it's not cool. It's ugly. It's like a tornado in the rain, right? And that's how I like to explain feelings, emotions, the not so good feelings with children is a storm, right? Tornadoes in the rain is something that's not too pretty. But for me, I love to see the goodness in all things. So Traumedy No More for Kids is a program that I designed for children. And it all starts with emotions, right? We all have ups and downs and lefts and rights and all sorts of emotions in our life. And I found when you don't understand your emotions, well, then you can't really push through the tough feelings. And the main ones that I focus on when it comes with children are those not so good feelings like anxiety, stress, depression. And it starts at a really young age. I mean, it could be being the new kid in school. I was that a lot growing up. You have to learn how to fit in and find friends and, all that sort of stuff. It can be your parents getting separated. It can be getting lost in a supermarket. It can be not knowing how to get your locker at school and being late for class. It could be all sorts of things leading up to the huge things, right? So before we get started on this week's topic, because every single week I am diving into a subject that's in the book. The book launch is November 23rd. It's going to be virtual. It's also going to be in person. This is an event you definitely want to come to. We have some guest speakers coming through. It's great for adults. It's great for children. It's great for the whole family, if I'm being totally honest. And you can pre-order your book. You can come there, all that stuff. But this is an example This is our teacher's edition of the book because I had the great honor of going to a school and pouring into faculty. It was about 55 teachers, administration that were there, and my goal, and not just me, my staff, and I'm going to show you. I mean, I don't have pictures of them right now, but I am so proud of them. If you look here, we have my girl Natasha. Natasha is amazing. We have Dante, we have Allison, we have Damaris. This is our crew, all right? And yes, of course, we have Renee and, you know, some other coaches on board. Why don't we put your picture in here, Renee? Just because you weren't there in person, you could have been in the book. We got to think about that next time. Anyway, we had the opportunity to go in there and pour into the staff first. Have you ever heard the saying, the fish rots from the head down? Well, it's super important that you speak to the leaders, right? The leaders have to understand what's going on when it comes to what the children feel. And guess what? The upper people, they feel it as well. But most humans, they just kind of try to ignore their feelings. They try to ignore the hurt. And the thing I loved most about pouring into the staff and the faculty and the administration was I got to hear from them what they currently do, what they liked about the program. And they said it was very refreshing to hear the personal development stuff again. Because we hear it every now and again, but then the average person just doesn't listen to it. Today, I want to invite you to really tap into your morning rituals. I love the mornings. That's like the best part of my day. You catch me in the morning, dude, Lord of mercy. Let me tell you, you're gonna get so much energy. It's like God is just pouring. He's sprinkling all the goodness in me in the mornings. And I got a great gift this morning. It was early, you know, I was still in the bed, but it was okay. She gets a pass because it was good, right? It was probably like about 5:30, 5:20. My supporting partner, Jesus Friend Renee, sent me a video, and I love motivational videos, and it's by Denzel Washington, and maybe we'll put the clip in here for you to watch it. And in this particular clip, he shares 5 things that you can do in 5 days, no, 3 things. 3 things you can do in 5 days that's just gonna boost your energy, that's just gonna change your life. And of course, gratitude is in there. I kind of got off the track of the subject, but today we're talking about emotions. Emotions, emojis, because that kind of helps you out when it comes to understanding your feelings. At least that's what I found for children. So when it comes to how you're feeling, I say this all the time, and I'm gonna say it again. How you feeling? How are you truly feeling? And when I say feeling, I mean, I like to put my hand on my heart and just like, okay, what am I feeling? What's going on there? Because if you truly think about what you're feeling, it's hard to do that, right? You have to be still, you have to be quiet, and then it gets your mind going. But the average person, when you say, oh, how you feeling? I'm fine. And when you're feeling fine, you're really not that good. You're just like, I'm fine. So you might say, I'm good. But when you're good, you're really fine. Okay, Tina, I'm feeling great. Okay, when you're great, you're really feeling good. All right already, all right. So I like to say, I am amazing. That's actually the name of our theme song, right? That is our anthem. Thank you again, Tony with the Keys, for creating that song for us. I am amazing. That is our anthem because we want to pour the I am statements not only into the children, but to you as well. Because you have to realize when you stand up, when you look in that mirror, you have to pour greatness into you. I am amazing. I am strong. I am powerful. I surround myself with amazing people, with uplifting people. I have an abundance of money, always just pouring greatness into you because there's so much negativity in the world. Trust me, you don't have to search for it. It's going to come knocking on your door. It's going to throw you in the face, right? So as I mentioned, this week, I want to share with you emojis and emoji board. Now, I don't have an emoji board in front of me, and that's quite all right. It's quite all right because I'm sure we've all seen different emojis in our phone, right? And the cool thing about this, we have a chart, and on the chart, there's different emojis. And we ask the children to say, hey, how are you feeling? And you can feel more than one of these emotions. Am I the only person who sometimes feels sad and happy at the same time? Like I legit could like cry and laugh, and it's just like, it's like, maybe it's just me. I don't know. But when it comes to really tapping into who you are, You have to know how you're feeling. And this is a new exercise I've been doing with some of my clients, is making a timeline of your life from birth and then just put an end line. And then just mark down all the major things that happened in your life. And, I'm going to turn it up for today. We're going to I want you to put all the major good things in your life. Because when we talk about traumedy, I want to put all the negative things. But today, it's about all the good things. So for me, it would probably be the birth of my kids. It would be getting married. It would be writing my first book, a bunch of things, right? And how did I feel during these times? Excited, motivated, maybe sad sometimes. I can tell you, when I got married, I was happy, but I was sad at the same time. Why was I sad? 1, because my father couldn't be there. 2, because my son was murdered a prior year. So emotions are like this, right? They come, they go. And I just want to let you know, when you're feeling kind of low, that's okay. Sit in it for a minute, because you can get out of it. In my very first book, No More Traumedy, and you can actually purchase that on Amazon, it shares a little bit of my story. And then at the end, there's a toolkit, an amazing toolkit that will teach you how to overcome a traumedy. God has gifted me with so many traumedies in my life. We have to reframe our thinking. We have to look at things a little bit differently. Instead of saying, I gotta go to work today, I get to go to work today. Instead of saying, I gotta pick up my kids, I get to pick up my kids, because guess what? There's someone out there like me who no longer has a son. Today, a woman came in here today where I was, and I noticed the son was purchasing the mom an outfit for a wedding. And when she left, I could have cried, but I was like, no, Tina, find the joy in that. I'm hearing them do their little banter. And my son and I, we had so much banter, as you would call it. We had a very colorful relationship. And I was just imagining, what it would be like. But it's okay. I'm changing the perspective. I got to spend 21 beautiful, amazing roller coastery ride emotions with him. So that's what I want you to think about. That's why it's very important to tap into your emotions, into your feelings. And then once you've mastered that, guess what, my friends? You have your chart, your timeline, right, of all the wonderful things in your life. Then I want you to think about what you did during those times, right? How did you keep going? How did you stay motivated? Because what I want you to do is tap into those moments and use the things that you did then for the timeline that's not so good. Because we have our happy, happy, joyous timeline over here. And then on the other side, we can have our not so happy timeline, right? And that could be things like the death of a pet, your parents getting divorced, you getting, whatever the bad stuff is in your life, you have that timeline, right? And then think of what you did to cope after that. And perhaps you may have done some things not so good. Maybe you drank alcohol. Maybe you did some drugs. Maybe you ate a lot of food. You just did not so good things. So take the stuff from the good side and put them over to the not so good side. So you're changing your habits. That's what we want to do. That is the purpose of Traumedy No More for kids. We want to teach children at a young age, you are in total control of your life. You are in total control of your feelings, your emotions, your actions, your behaviors, right? Yes, I may be upset because I got an F on that test or a D on that test. Let's be real, okay? First of all, my friend, did you study? Did you go to class, right? And maybe you don't understand the stuff. Maybe you missed class because you had I don't know, but you can do an extra credit. You can take another test. You can study. You can prepare. At the end of the day, there are no excuses. And that is my motto, right? I am amazing. No excuses. I don't want to hear it, right? Get up a little bit early. It really blows my mind how some people are upset because they don't have enough time to do the day. Oh my gosh, I don't have enough time to do this. Well, wake up! Get up in the morning, right? I don't know about you, but I feel great when I'm up early in the morning. This morning, I had an amazing morning. I got up naturally, right? Like I told you, my girl, she sent me the YouTube motivational video. I went to yoga. After yoga, I made some calls, and then I got dressed, right? I went to amazing Bible study with my group this morning, even better. And things just kind of flowed. When you are in control of your day, when you are in control of your calendar, life just flows so much easier, right? Putting things in front of you that you want to. So today, I just want to give you 3 really quick tips when it comes to your emotions and your behaviors. First of all, control your mornings, right? Morning rituals. We talk about it all the time. When you have dialed into your morning rituals, when you have taken control, life is so much easier. But before those morning rituals, that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 are your nighttime rituals, my friends. You cannot have good morning rituals if your nighttime rituals suck, right? What time do you actually want to sleep? And when I sleep, I mean your eyes closed in that REM state, like getting all the goodness. Because if you say, I want to be to bed by 10, well, guess what, my friend? You're going to probably have to start winding down about an hour, hour and a half before. If you're anything like me, it literally takes me about 10, 15, maybe 20, okay, 30 minutes for the face, the brushing the teeth, the wrapping up my hair, the whatever, to get ready for bed. Just that part alone. Not to mention, oh, I gotta finish this. Oops, I gotta do that. So decide when you're gonna end your day. Maybe you do some reading of the Bible, maybe you do some meditation, maybe you do some stretching, some exercise, I don't care. But you're not, and setting up the next day, that's so important. Before you wake up the next day, you should know exactly what's scheduled for the next day. So you're prepared, right? For example, if you know that you have a meeting at 9 o'clock, don't wait till the next morning. Oh my gosh, I got a meeting. Prepare. Lay out your clothes the night before. Make sure there's gas in the car, right? Because if you're in Florida, hello, you got to pump your own gas, which is not cool. I do not like that. So first tip, morning rituals. Second tip, nighttime ritual. And the third tip is calendar everything. And what does that mean? Schedule everything for your day. Those are the 3 tips I want to give you today for the emotions. Because when you can control all that, you can keep moving with everything. Remember, we are just 4 simple, easy weeks away from our book launch. I'm so excited for it. I want you to become an ambassador for the program. Click the link in the bottom for more details. You can get a copy of the media kit. If you know a group, if you know a community, an organization, a teacher, a principal, a supervisor, an administrator, whatever, reach out to them and say, hey, I heard of this program that teaches children how to tap into their feelings. Once they learn how to tap into their feelings, then we teach them how to conquer and empower them to push through those extra tough feelings. And that's how the world becomes a better place. We have so many things coming up. We have a November challenge coming up to get you right and fit for the holidays. Yes, yes. If you're into fitness, or maybe you're not into fitness, join us for that. We have our vision board coming up at the end of the year. So many things. I'm so excited. So join us. I will see you next week. Same time, same station. Peace and a bottle of hair grease. Bye.
The young entrepreneur was killed at a business he owned downtown.
Laying there in his puddle of his own blood at that point. Literally holding him and screaming his name as he's taking his last breath.
Gaines was 21 years old when he was murdered.
And the Emmy goes to The Tape Room, Jamal Malley Gaines.
What's going on with my son? Like, I'm sorry, your son is dead. And the last time I saw my brother was in the hallway where he died. And I told him, you need to get a gun. You need to have more protection.
Somebody knows something. Somebody out there has some answers about what has happened.
This is ridiculous. Okay, it should not happen. This needs to stop. Young black man with a business. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yes!
They were coming after the store, even though they shot him, he was still just fighting as he was going down. He went out there charging like a lion, and that's what we named this foundation after, Lion-Hearted Legend, because he had so much freaking heart.
Greatness attracts hate and jealousy and envy and greed. When what it should attract is motivation. Because that's what Marley did for me. He motivated me.